Hello, witches. This is Dawn from Aurora Dawn, and this is another episode of Witchy Wisdoms Wednesdays. And so, this topic for this week is Midsummer or Summer Solstice. Other people they call it Litha. So, I don't know a lot about Litha, so I'm not going to go into that, but I just want to talk about what the summer solstice means to me and how I celebrate and what I focus on, what I do. Okay, so first of all, this is when the sun is closest to the earth, to the northern hemisphere. For the southern hemisphere, it's the opposite, it's farthest away. So they are actually in winter right now, and we are in summer in the northern hemisphere, okay? So here right now, the sun is at its apex on summer solstice. It is at its closest point, and it is the longest day of the year. Really, for me, midsummer is about celebrating the sun, and that is very important to me. I tend to be affiliated more with the sun than I do the moon, though that doesn't mean I, don't have a relationship with the moon and love that energy, the moon power. It's a very powerful energy, and I respect it greatly. But right now, I want to focus on the sun. And typically, it would be nice to be able to have a bonfire. Not everybody can do that. We're supposed to have rain this weekend, so I don't know if we can have a fire or not, but I definitely do want to do that. Something that I like to do is make crafts, and it's a stress reliever for me. It's not necessarily something where I'm gonna make it and then sell it because it's not always that great. So I just for personal gratification. So one of the things I like to make is this God's Eye. South America, it's called a God's Eye, and it's very easy to make, and it is definitely a sun symbol. There are lots of YouTube tutorials if you want to take a look at that. But this is a protection symbol, and I use it for that to protect my space here, and also to focus on sun energy. Just like drawing down the moon, you can draw down the sun. So another thing you could create or make, crafty kind of thing, is a sun wheel. And basically what that is just a wreath. And then you have, you could use ribbon, or you could use string or yarn. But in the middle, you want to make a cross in the middle. So you could tie the string at the top and down at the bottom, and then across, and do several strings to kind of help it show up. And I would use colors that are associated with the sun, like yellow, orange, red, like I did with this God's Eye. Okay, so when I was a little girl, I went to a private school for first and second grade, and they taught us yoga and meditation. And the first Vinyasa that I learned, and Vinyasa is just a bunch of poses put together to be done in sequence. And the first one that I learned was Sun Salutation. They also, in case you're curious, there is a moon salutation Vinyasa. And you can find this on YouTube and the instructions on how to do it. But this is to honor the sun. It's just a set of poses that greets the sun in the morning, if you like, and you can use the moon salutation Vinyasa to greet the moon. Okay, something else you can do during summer solstice or midsummer is the Gayatri Mantra. This is a Sanskrit mantra that honors the sun deity or the sun god, and it is a Hindu thing. So it is a Hindu god, but it is something else that I incorporate, and I incorporate that mantra quite often to help align my chakras and just feel the energy flow. It breaks through blockages in my energy so that it flows more freely. So if you choose to make like a God's Eye or any other amulet that is a symbol of protection for you, you could use the fire, bonfire, or if you have a fire bowl, you can create a little fire inside the house and use that to consecrate, cleanse and consecrate your amulet and to carry it with you throughout the year. Now, some witches like to bury their amulet, create it, and then bury it, but right before Midsummer, the summer solstice, and then dig it back up, and then they can take it with them. But so there are all kinds of different traditions and whatnot. So this is a very special time of year, at least for me, because it has to do with the sun, and it has to do with pregnancy and birthing, and the whole planet is well, maybe not the whole planet, but in northern hemisphere, right? Okay, the northern hemisphere is full with plants that are growing for food, and the animals are, you know, taking care of their young. We have birds feeders here, and I've been noticing a lot of young birds who are flapping their wings to get the parent to feed them. And it's just about nurturing your young and nurturing the ground for food and taking care of each other, taking care of yourself. It's a very nurturing time of year, at least in my eyes. So, but there are all sorts of things that you could do to celebrate the sun, wearing yellow or orange or red or all combination of all three, in an effort to honor the sun. Gold is another color and element, I guess you could say, that represents the sun and the power of the sun and the courage and the strength and the protection. So the sun to me also has an element of nurturing, like a father would take care of and nurture his children. So I believe the sun does the same thing. Okay, so for celebrating, you could use lemonade, or you know, if you want to imbibe, then maybe a white wine or chilled white wine would be nice. So for me, what I intend to do is on summer solstice is to do a drawing down of that energy of the sun to increase my courage, to increase empowering myself, because when I am strong, I can help more people. When I am strong, I have enough energy to help other people heal and lift other people up, as well as, you know, once I'm taken care of, then I have plenty of energy and time to help other people. That's what I'm trying to say. And that is, you know, I'm very into shadow work because I feel it frees me up to have more energy to enjoy life instead of struggling. So many people struggle. I've struggled for most of my life, my adult life. Then I care to admit I don't want to struggle anymore. I want to enjoy life. I want to do more than survive. I want to thrive. Okay? So I hope that this summer solstice, that you can gather that encouragement from the sun to lift yourself up, to do things that make you feel good and bring you joy. There are things everywhere that we could do. It doesn't cost money, very little money, if that, that you can do to bring yourself joy. And that is, to me, that is very important, especially right now. Emotions are so high. All the anger and the hatred and the tumultuous emotions right now. We're trying to make change, and a lot of people are angry. And if we can bring a place of, hold a place of love and compassion and power all together so that they're balancing each other out. So anyway, I hope that helps you. Thank you so much for watching, and please leave me comments. And please visit the other witches that are a part of this collaboration to get a different view of what summer solstice means to them, and maybe you can get some more ideas. All right, so thank you for leaving me comments, and do something today that brings you joy and makes you feel good. I love you all, and until next time, blessed be.